Reina's vinyl, and I wanted to give you my Grammy recap. Let's check my credentials. Victoria Monet. SZA! Girl, you gotta put this stuff down gently because this was not cheap. Paramore. Barbie. I am a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. And who's gonna tell me different? Nobody. Taylor Swift. Miley Cyrus. Now this is the only Miley Cyrus record I have. It's on my list to get more Miley, but I'm on a ban, so leave me alone. And this song was iconic, and if anything, this song deserves a Grammy, whether it was nominated or not. The Climb? Are you dumb? Come on, man. And Beyonce. Now, I know what you're thinking. Beyonce wasn't nominated. No, she wasn't. But Jay-Z won the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, and Jay-Z's featured on this album on Deja Vu and Upgrade You. And this is the only stuff of Jay-Z I have is with Beyonce on Beyonce's project. So just gonna talk about the stuff that I care about and people that I listen to. I don't want to talk out of turn on anything else. Victoria Monet is my first person I'm going to speak to because I love her. And guys, I saw her live. Fantastic performer, fantastic writer, fantastic singer. Just face card doesn't decline. I mean, flipping hell. Like, what else? What else is there, Victoria? What else is there? Okay? So she was nominated for 7 Grammys and she's won 3. She got Best New Artist, Best R&B Album. She also won for Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical. Started out as a songwriter, most notably written for Ariana Grande, but there's other people that she's written for. Recording Academy has said a new artist can also be somebody that's reinvented their career. And I think Miss Monet has done that. Guys, when I tell you, yeah, album, the engineering, so good. The listening experience is amazing. I also have it, as you can see, on vinyl, but on streaming too is just as amazing. But it honestly feels like I'm on an endless cloud. Like, the album is so perfect. Just on sound alone, not even getting to all the other details. Sound alone, this album's fantastic. To see somebody who's been working so hard, who's been told no. Was it not the VMAs that said it's too early in her journey to perform at the VMAs? Baby, she's won 3 Grammys. Nominated 7 times. The second most nominated nominee. At least for a singular artist, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Up we have Coco Jones. She won for Best R&B Performance, I See You. Again, song is fantastic. It even went viral on TikTok, which is so interesting to see. I See You is quite a traditional R&B song, but it has modern elements to it. And to think, this is her first EP and she's got 5 Grammy nominations. Fantastic. And if you know the story of Coco Jones, she went through a lot of hardship after being a child star. And there was a period of time where she wasn't working and things were not going the way that she thought it would pan out for her. And there was that tweet, "Where is Coco Jones?" that kind of spearheaded everything. And then she was working, she was in Bel Air, she was releasing music, and then she releases her first EP and it gets Grammy nominated. Yes, absolutely. I also saw her live too. Fantastic singer. SZA! She was nominated for a whopping 9 Grammys, the most nominated artist, and she won 2. She won Best Urban Contemporary Album for SOS. She won for Best Pop Duo Group Performance with Phoebe Bridgers on a song called Ghost in the Machine. If SOS won nothing, it was gonna be crazy. Album came after Control, which was about a 7-year wait. Sampled gospel songs. There's even Morse code on the album. This is recreating that iconic photo of Princess Diana from 1997. Like, this is a very impactful album. This album debuted at #1, right? Had the largest streaming week for an R&B album ever. SZA also won for Best R&B Song, Snooze. I love that song. I was gonna sing it, but I don't get paid to sing, so honorary mention to Samara Joy, who was nominated for 1 Grammy and she won it. She won for Best Improvised Jazz Solo for Tight, which was a bonus track on her album. Let me tell you, that girl has a voice of silk. Silk. Oh my gosh. Her and Laufey. Hold on. Laufey also won for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album too for Bewitched. Those two, voices of silk. Miley Cyrus, our queen, was nominated for 6 Grammys and she won 2. First thing is, finally, like, Miley's been making great music for a while now, and it's good to see that she's been recognized. Grammys were for Flowers, Record of the Year. The song is engineered well. I do love the sample. She also won for Best Pop Solo Performance, and I think that obviously the song Flowers is something that's very personal to her. I just think it's such a great way to come back and say, you know what, like, I will be okay, I've got me sort of situation, and hats off to her. And also, I was singing that song so much when it came out, and it's one of those songs you don't get tired. Maybe some people got tired, I didn't. It's one of those songs you don't get tired of listening to. The album was fantastic as well, and the Summer Vacation. Mwah. Next person is Billie Eilish. She was nominated for 6 Grammys, won 2. She won Song of the Year and she won Song Written for Visual Media, which would be the Barbie movie. When I heard this song initially, I just thought that this has to win. The song has to win awards. Like, it's one of her best pieces of work. And the way that it's engineered, like, everything just sounds perfectly in place. Like, everything's at the level that it needs to be. I love the fact that she wore a Barbie jacket to the Grammys, because that's something that I would do. See, this album right here got me through 2023, okay? Paramore got nominated for 2 Grammys and they won both. They got nominated for Best Rock Album for This Is Why, and then they got nominated for Best Alternative Music Performance for the title track This Is Why. It comes at a time where we don't know what Paramore's journey is in the future. We do know that they probably do want to make music. Their time is up with their label, so it's going to be interesting to see like which direction they go. We have the Barbie, the album, specifically the soundtrack, won for Best Compilation Soundtrack Album. Honestly, you've got heavy hitters on here. You've got Billie Eilish, you've got Dua Lipa, you've got Karol G has a song on this, like Ava Max. Like, there's so many different types of artists on here, so I'm not surprised that they won for this. I also want to talk about Dua Lipa quickly. This is the CD of Dance the Night, but her performance. First of all, Dua Lipa is having a great year, period. Well, let me zoom out. I felt a bit too close to you guys for a minute. What I love about Dua Lipa is she is an artist that she's only ever gotten better with time. You can tell that she's been working towards improving all of the good qualities she has, and even some of her not so favorable qualities, and I respect that, Dua. You keep doing your thing, and I can't wait to listen to this 3rd album. Taylor Swift. She was nominated for 6 Grammys and she won 2. Both are album Grammys, so she won Album of the Year for Midnight and she won Best Pop Vocal. Ooh, my battery gonna die. And she won Best Pop Vocal Album. I need to change my camera battery. Hold on. In fact, the Best Pop Vocal Album is actually her 13th Grammy, which I just found to be funny because that's like her lucky number, favourite number, because she's born on the 13th and she is a big numbers girly. Big numbers girly. The same category as Midnight, we had the Tunnel album by Lana Del Rey, Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, SOS by SZA. We have The Record by Boy Genius, Old Music Radio by John Batiste, In the Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus, and we have The Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe. I'm not sure that Midnight should have won. I genuinely understand why a lot of people like her, and she's fantastic at what she does. When we put Midnight in the context of all the other albums that won, I feel like Midnight is the least deserving. I think this sets an interesting precedent because the Grammys are always known to snub people also for the Grammys to be a little bit of a popularity contest. When Midnights came out, like, nobody really wanted to review it properly. No, basically nobody spoke against the album, okay? Kind of unfair to do to artists as well, because how are they supposed to know and grow? Marketing is something Taylor Swift has always done very well. Every single time she's nominated for a Grammy, her marketing campaign, flawless. Sister Girl wants to win, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Hey, if this is your favorite album, I'm in no way knocking this album at all. I truly believe you can have a favorite album and it not be the best. For me, my favorite album by Taylor Swift is her first album, and that is definitely not her best work, but I love that album and it's my favorite. So you can objectively say, hey, I like this is for me, but this isn't the best of her work. The fact that Lana Del Rey has never won a Grammy, as somebody that doesn't remotely listen to her, is crazy to me, because how many times have you heard artists say, yeah, I was inspired by Lana Del Rey on this album, or the way that Lana Del Rey writes her feelings has really inspired me? Like, Lana Del Rey? Girl. My best friend Enya sent me a rant, which I do have permission to use said rant and said picture that she sent me when she found out Lana won nothing yesterday. Crazy. After I review Evermore, I am done with Taylor. That's enough for me. No more. One of the reasons I am not a fan of Taylor is because she always wins Album of the Year. There have been other artists and albums that were nominated or even snubbed by the Grammys, and they picked Taylor Swift over Lana even? Why? Mad at the Grammys and Taylor, but I am not touching one piece of Taylor anymore. Even if you ask me to buy a vinyl of hers, I'm gonna need to do a deep dive meditation and breathing exercises to calm my nerves. Rant over. She sent me this picture of her, of how she felt about that, which is hilarious. It's not Taylor's fault because it's an Academy voted thing. End of the day, different music appreciators can be irritated that Taylor Swift has won Album of the Year for this album in comparison to the albums that were there. That's always going to happen. The Grammys literally use the snubbing of artists as their promotion. That's the one thing that's keeping the Grammys relevant in the media cycle to us as music consumers, people in the industry, is these conversations. Because again, this happens, I want to say this happens every year. Like, why did you pick this? Jay-Z won the Dr. Dre Global Impact Grammy Award. Everything that's surrounding Dr. Dre, I find it really interesting that he has an award at the Grammys. He won, and then he also first of all, when he called Beyonce a young lady, that made me chuckle, because he said, you guys are not going to get me in trouble at home. This is a young and fine woman if I've ever seen one. You hear me? When he was talking about like how Beyonce has basically been snubbed for Album of the Year consistently since she started her solo career, some of the response online didn't make sense to me, because didn't your husband say something like, if anybody's gonna say it outright and how it is, wouldn't it be Jay-Z? He's married to her. He would have seen it firsthand as well, because he would have been there. And he's gonna see it also from a different perspective, because the access that he has to Beyonce, he's gonna know certain things that we wouldn't know. The Grammys, there's so much that went on that I didn't cover in this video, because I don't even know how long this video is gonna be, but I'm already tired just from filming, okay? To conclude this video, I just want to say, guys, the Grammys need to stay relevant, okay? So they are going to use any bit of publicity they can to keep people watching. This is all just marketing. Music is subjective, art is subjective. There will always be someone that agrees and there will always be someone that disagrees inherently. So yeah, love, peace, S. Taylor. So this new album that you're releasing comes out in April. When are we gonna get Rep and Debut? Because I've actually been waiting for Debut Taylor's version since you announced you were doing Taylor's versions. I need it, okay? I need it. Me personally, me Ayobami, me Reina's vinyl, I need it, okay?